What's going on? What's going on? You already know what time it is. You're in the bird cage with your boy, the historian, better known as Ryan Walker. You either get right or you get left. You know how we get down. But before we go ahead and put the show out here, we want you to go ahead and click that like and that subscribe button so we can continue to keep bringing you the funk, or better yet, the material that we do. So sit back, relax, enjoy yourselves, and we got something hot for you today. We definitely going to cover some good topics today. So without further ado, let's go ahead and start this thing off right. It's the bird cage. Let's go.
Okay, y'all, this is it.
Welcome, welcome, welcome. You already know what time it is. It's the bird cage. You're in the building with your boy, the historian. And I'm getting ready to go ahead and bring on the magnificent birdcage crew. But before I do that, go ahead and click that like and that subscribe button so we can continue to keep bringing you the great material that we do week in and week out, covering not only the Falcons, but also the interviews that we're going to have coming up for you from some former athletes themselves that played the game or they were in other sports. So without further ado, let's go ahead and get this thing started. I'm going to go ahead and bring in K-Dub, better known as Clutch, Killian Worthy. And then we also got Coach Cam coming on. And then we got Graybeard. What's going on, bro? What's happening?
What's up? What's up? All to my birdcage listeners, subscribers out there. Glad to see you on this holiday weekend coming ahead. I want to say happy holidays to all our listeners, subscribers out there. And if you haven't heard of this show, go ahead and like my boy Historian said before he came on, hit that like, subscribe, and share button. Tell a friend to tell a friend. I know that the birds are down right now, but we will rise out the ashes and we will succeed and we will get this thing under control. But this is where you get your intel, your info, all about the Dirtybirdz and the Falcons, man, right here on this bird cage, man. Let's go ahead and get to it. Let's go ahead and get to it.
Man, I'm trying to tell you, man, we always got to keep it hot for these folks out here, man. Even when it's chilly right now in the wintertime, as you can see, I see you bumped up. I got the heat. Look, I got the heater on right now, so I ain't got to rock the Russian cap. I got a couple of those from my days in Alaska, but I had to take it back old school today. Had to rock the Vic, man. We've been crying about quarterbacks. Dog, I had to break out the old school Vic for him, dog. One good time. So y'all can remember what the good days were like when we actually had that. But next, we're going to go ahead and bring in the old one. I'm just joking. He ain't old. He just got the salt and pepper, as we call him, my dog, Graybeard. What's going on, Mr. Salt and Pepper? What's happening?
Oh, man, what's going on? What's going on? Hey, man, I want to thank everybody for joining us at the Birdcage, man. Make sure you hit that like and subscribe button, man, for all the premium ATL content that we bringing to you. How is everybody doing this evening?
Hey
Doing
man, we
great,
always
man.
good, man. You know, it's even better when we got the magnificent BirdCage crew in here. But you know, we got somebody else that's sliding through here. We got the dog wrangler, the kid bringer slash coach Cam in the building. He wrangled the dogs around the house. He got the kids running around. You know, he wrangling them up just like he do them kids on that football field. What's up, coach?
What's going on, family?
Coach,
Happy holidays to everybody.
Yes,
Let's
sir.
get to it.
Hey man,
what
let's
it
get
is.
to it. So, without further ado, you already know, as we said, welcome to the show. We got the holidays coming up, so hopefully we can bring you a little bit of Christmas cheer with some of the things we're going to talk about today. The first thing that we're going to talk about is I had it in the topics, but I'm not going to put it across the screen or whatnot because it's really, it's from another team, but we're going to talk about it anyway. Got to talk about former Atlanta Falcon DeMonte Casey getting suspended for the rest of the season, pretty much putting a lick on a wide receiver. He had a reputation for hitting folks when he was here in Atlanta and also in San Diego State. Not a dirty player, but just a very physical, tough player coming out of that secondary. And for me, I used to play the position, so I look at that as I take pride as when I see safeties knock out receivers. I don't like wide receivers. Chad Johnson might be the only receiver I like because he was entertaining and had the best footwork. No disrespect to Julio, dog, but hey, it is what it is. Love me some Ocho. But getting back to it, do you think that we might as well go ahead and start putting flags on these players, fellas? Because now you can't even fart near a wide receiver without you getting thrown out of the game. I'm just saying he didn't lead with his head, he led with his shoulder, and he came up and he laid the boom.
But
But
man,
I'm glad the receiver got up though.
yeah, but when I seen the play back, because I didn't see the game live, and I seen the playback, it looked like it was a little bit excessive of a punishment in my eyes. But I'm not the one, I'm not the judge and the jury out there. But that's from what I seen. I felt like it was a little excessive. Maybe a game, maybe two, but I don't see all the games, not the season. But that's just my opinion. But I'll let everybody else on the panel put their 2 cents into it.
It was BF, man. It was BF, man. I mean, you literally taking the physicality out of football. I mean, from what I'm hearing, God dang, David Gone is the biggest fan. Okay, but
Y'all got to excuse Turbo or whatever. He on one right now.
Yeah, man.
I think he might have been
man.
Hold up. I think he might have been sipping on that baby formula he got around the house right now. He ran out of milk. I can't let him get on my dog Cam like that. But I love you, Turbo. I owed you that one from last week. Sitting there agreeing with Scoop when I was sitting there preaching last week. You got some nerve. Shout out to our guy Turbo, got a new member to the family, future Falcon, got the little man or whatnot. We definitely hope that they're enjoying these precious moments with the family now. But Gray Beard, what you got?
No, I was just saying, man. It was just when I went back and looked at the play. What more do you want this man to do? He also got to protect himself too as a defensive player as well as an offensive player. I mean, you expect this man to stop at a dime, to get his head up, wrap up, and to make sure the crown of his helmet is not hitting his helmet. It was not a dirty play. It was a legal play. And for the league to come down as hard as they did, I was really surprised. So I expect at the next collective bargaining agreement, this will be addressed. And I don't know who the FLPA is, but they're gonna have to do something about this because all they're gonna do is not the defensive player could have got hurt worse than the offensive player if you look at that play again. And for me, you might as well just go ahead, put flags around them, take off the shoulder pad, take off the helmet, and call it the National Flag Football League. Because I mean, what more do you want a KG to do? Honestly, we all don't play the game in some way, shape, or form. What more could he have done for not that to be a more effective way it is? I mean, they could have fined him at least, but suspending him 3 games with no pay, yeah, they went overboard.
I agree with you on that when they said they went overboard because you're talking about a physical game, and not just a physical game. You're talking about a game where we all say Gladiators play it. Who's got the TV on? Because we hear some feedback in the back, man.
Not me.
All right, but no, what I'm saying is it's a physical game. You're talking about a gladiator sport, and it's just one of those games where it's like, look, it's only so much protecting you can do for these guys. It's only so much protection, and you're talking about guys flying around at high rates of speed with muscle mass, pretty much gonna knock each other out. It's really what this game is. And it's a violent sport. Coach Cam, you coach on the high school level, and you're teaching a lot of your guys at this point body control, ball control, and everything else. My question is this: what do you think with this, the way that the game is going now? Because it seems like we're seeing more injuries now, opposed to back in the day when you had guys flying around 100 miles an hour being able to tee off on you. How do you feel that this game has really changed, and what's the difficulty of teaching your young high school kids that's trying to get to the next level about this type of safety and everything else that comes with it?
Well, the first thing is the schedule that we have to practice. If you look at the NFL way, they've taken away the ability for teams to practice on multiple days. Teams are really only being able to practice heavy a couple days out the week. The rest of the week, they're either doing walkthroughs, they're conditioning or whatever the case is. So even on the high school level, we only get 2 days to be in pads. So the other day or so, we're either watching film, conditioning, whatever the case is. So the body is not used to being hit at a certain rate that it is on Sundays or Friday nights. The biggest thing is a lot of this game is more for finesse now. It's not as physical as it was back in the 80s and the 90s. This is more of a finesse game. So you're taking, receivers and quarterbacks, and you're placing them in a position to where they can't be touched. And when they do get touched, they get hurt because they're fragile. So
fragile.
So I mean, we might as well just call this the NFL, because in the next, K-Dell was saying and Glenn was saying, the league is headed towards flags, because we all know that this is a physical game. I've played running back and I played linebacker. You play safety, and you know what I'm saying. Those are some of the most hard-hitting positions, and what we have to start looking at, honestly, is these quarterbacks, because you shouldn't be putting your receiver in harm's way like that anyway. So if you're going to throw the ball in a tight window like that, you need to expect your receivers to get hit in some kind of form. So either they're going to have to take it or they're going to have to fall away from it. So we have to put more emphasis on quarterbacks and their accuracy, because if you look at Peyton Manning when he was a youngster, he had a wide receiver. I can't think of his name right now, but he ended his career in 2 years because the boy had a concussion almost every other week. So if you're looking at trying to protect players or whatever, player protection, then we have to put the ball towards the sideline, things like that, because we all know if you go across the middle, there's a headhunter there waiting for you. So, I mean, that's the next step. Are we going to stop throwing to the middle of the field? Because, I mean, honestly, are you taking away the ability of football players to be football players?
Well, we got another old timer coming through here and whatnot. We got Uncle Steve. You ain't finna come up in my house telling me what to do, sir. You gonna have to fall back, old timer. I know he an Army vet or whatever, but he got KP duty in here.
Oh man,
I'm just messing with you, bro. Hey, y'all check out Uncle Steve, man. Uncle Steve's Lounge, man, on YouTube, man. He definitely keeps us riveted. Brings a lot of good material to the table. So shout out to Uncle Steve's Lounge, man. Y'all check the boys out. Happy holidays.
Shout out.
Appreciate it.
Man. Big ups.
Steve, you might want to check on your boy. You might want to check on your boy, your best friend, my big cousin Sterling or whatnot, that joke about to jump the broom again. So you might want to check on him and make sure he ain't choking like them cowboys be choking. His cowboys be choking or whatever, you know. Gotta make sure he get through with it. I love you, Uncle Steve. You that dude, man. You good people, man. But getting back to it though, the next topic that we have right now, you have what's been having everybody buzzing. You have Arthur Blank speaking on Smith's job security. You know, and we're sitting here looking at it, you know what I'm saying? It's a question. First it was secure, but now it's a question. You know what I'm saying?
Like, man, I've been saying this from day one. Look, they need to go ahead and wait to the end of the season, then make decisions, because I just feel like they put their foot in their mouth by coming out so early in the season saying that his job is secure in the first place. So, I mean, that's why you always continue to have meetings when you're in a workplace. So you continue to have another meeting. Okay, that at that point, that's what we were saying. But at this point, this is what we were saying, because if you don't come up and do what you need to do, then we need to move on and continue to find a better leadership for this team going forward and in the future. But I just feel like, hey man, if they don't make him either fire him, they're going to make him change the personnel under him.
I mean, no, he needs to go.
I want him to go. I'm saying I feel like if they don't fire him, that's what they may be doing.
Because for me, I look at it that you mean to tell me in 3 years you gonna only get 7 wins each season? 7 wins, 7-9, 7-10, 7-9. But like we might be going 15-10. So for me, nah, man, we need a whole new leadership, a whole new direction, and for me, I mean, I like Cam, like you said, K-Dub, I agree. When they came out the bag, boy,
Look, y'all need to behave yourselves.
Hey, look, the chat been shut down tonight. The chat been shut down tonight, man.
We don't need none of that bad karma. No, we don't need none of that bad karma. Oh man, we don't need none of that.
The chat is on. The chat is on fire.
About take that. Man, come on, man.
Hey, for all you gamers out there, man, y'all gotta check out Ice Cold Gaming, man. Some of the best video games you got out there. Hey, shout out to my brother Big Kel, man. He out there doing his thing.
Wow.
If you all kind of check out Nike Barber, man. Nice with the Clippers as well as the gaming system. Shout out to them boys. Shout out to that boy Nike, Mr. Ice Cold. And for all your car needs, check out Wangan Auto Garage. Definitely check that out. Now, back to our regular scheduled program, talking about how Arthur Smith partied with TD Jakes and Diddy.
I'm
just
man,
joking. Hey,
that just took me out.
Listen, Arthur Smith got a ton of money right now. So all I'm saying is this right here, man. It's one of those things where you got to look at it like, all right, Arthur, we already know, yeah, you say you love the game or whatever, but how much do you love the game? Are you going to put yourself in a position to where you're going to save your job, or are you going to put yourself in a position to where you're going to continue to keep making this mistake and be out of a job? Now, we know you're not going to be out of money because you got that nice trust fund from your pappy. You know what I mean? I don't think your daddy would even allow you to run FedEx because you ran a team of 53 men into the ground and probably 20-some coaches. You talking about hundreds of thousands of people working for FedEx. I think you destroy that business as well. Just like you've been destroying these Falcons, having these mediocre records. So to me, I feel like we need to go ahead, slide a pink slip in his stock. I'm not gonna be politically correct. I'm gonna say it like this. Go ahead and give him his pink slip in their Christmas stocking. Not Christmas, it's Christmas. Just put it right there in their Christmas stocking, right above there with a lump of coal. Tell him, get your ass up out of Atlanta. It's time to go. You've literally wasted 3 years. The first year was your mulligan, but you've had last year and this year to take over a weak division. You got the pieces you wanted, and you rolled out with the quarterback that you wanted to. We supported him when he was drafted, but I'm gonna keep it real. This man then found the bench for the second time this year without a G. Hold on, he found the bench with the GPS system attached to his ass. So let's go ahead and touch on it. K-Dub, I'm gonna let you start this one out, big dog. What you got?
Hey man, I mean, like I said, a lot of the fan base, I ain't gonna say all of the fan base, but a lot of the fan base were behind him. I was part of the team that was behind him, but guess what? I'm not behind you no more. It's time to sit on that pine. And to me, in my eyes, you're a career backup in this league.
Ouch.
I just feel like there's nothing wrong with being a career backup. They make money, they pay bills too. I mean, you just need to sit there and learn the game. Maybe you can pull a Geno Smith in your career, learn from some quarterbacks in the next few years, and then you could probably get your fall from grace and become a starter in this league again. But right now, I see you need to be able to hold that clipboard.
Man, and I feel like this, man. I had to throw on the Vic jersey or whatnot tonight because everybody want Michael Vick. So guess what? I'm gonna give you a little piece of the old Falcons that everybody been crying and complaining about. So I got a Michael Vick jersey on. My old jersey I used to have from back in the day when I was a shorty. I still can fit it. So like I said, I had to put this on for y'all just so we can give y'all a moment of splendid pleasure for the holidays. Because I can tell you right now, this man ain't walking back through the door. He retired. He old. He playing flag football now. Let it go. You ain't getting Lamar Jackson. Possibly might not even get Justin Fields. Let it go. Let's let this thing ride out. Let's get a new coach in here or get a new offensive coordinator up in here that's going to work with it. Because here's the thing. As long as the spineless Arthur Smith is around and he keeps a jellyfish-type backbone or whatnot, we're going to continue to have this problem offensively. Defense ain't the problem. So for you morons, and yeah, I'm going to call you a moron because I'm tired of seeing it. For the morons that have been saying the defense is awful, please go read a book. Just go read a book and sit in the corner. Today is a night that I'm on one tonight. And I don't ever get like that, but I'm tired of everybody trashing this defense. And this defense has literally carried us all year with the inconsistencies from this offense. And mainly because of Mr. Desmond Ridder. When you have a recidivist, for those who don't understand the meaning recidivist, you have a recidivist at quarterback. He is a habitual criminal at turning over the ball. So the definition for recidivist is a habitual criminal. I'm putting that degree to work tonight, fellas, as y'all can see. I'm pulling the vocabulary. So when you have a recidivist at quarterback that continues to turn over the football, man, that's just as bad. Man, that's just as bad as Hitman Sam and Sam going to jail for all the local ATLians over and over. Let's go back to Mike Tyson going in and out of prison. I'm just saying, this dude is turning the ball over left and right. We might as well give him a chef's hat, a damn apron, and go ahead and let him fry up some peach pie and turn them suckers over and sell them. Because he damn sure ain't selling seats right now. I'm sorry, dog. I'm at a point now where it's sickening now.
I mean, if you look at that, man, he has over 2,500 yards, 10 touchdowns, 10 interceptions,
16 turnovers,
and 11 freaking fumbles, which is
and a whopping.
Hold on, it gets better. You have 6 turnovers in the red zone alone. 6. One of them was a walk-in touchdown.
He had a few walk-in touchdowns that were made into turnover. 2 of them were touchbacks. But it just, for me, man, it's the fundamental of ball security that killed me. Because when you get to this level, especially if you make it to the level in the NFL, as a quarterback, you handle the ball more than defender. And for me, for you to not be able to have that much situational awareness to hold on to the football or understand, okay, the sideline right here, and had that ball into that outside hand, it just killed me, man. And I like the kid. I like his attitude. I like what he brings, but he right now mentally he's not ready for that starting role for QBR1. He's not ready. He is not ready at all. And I kind of blame this on Arthur Smith because everybody was pretty much was asking, did he have a proper battle for that QBR position at training camp, which we all know right now we're gonna know. Every other position they were gonna battle, whether from that offensive line, from that defensive line to the linebacker to the DB. Everybody was pretty much fighting to see who was gonna be 1, 2, and 3, and kept for that QBR and kept for that quarterback position. And now it shows right now because now we've been flip flopping between Heineke and freaking Ritter now, and now we have not been stable offensively, and now we got a kick in a record to show for it. Go ahead, Cam.
But this is something that we've all talked about. It doesn't matter who we have at quarterback, whether it's Logan Woodside, Tyler Heineke, or even Desmond Ritter. When you have a coach who does this, calling plays, he's not seeing what's on the field, so he's not putting his quarterback in the best position. Because if I'm coming out, if I call dive and it's a 3-3-5 on the field, I need to audible out of that. Like I said, Arthur Smith does not have the football aptitude to actually follow the game of football. He's not able to look at what's on the field and adjust his plays. So, as bad as Desmond Ritter has been, this is also a case of not having a coach who understands the game of football from a game's perspective, who's actually played the game at some point. Because because there's no coach in the NFL who's constantly has their head in their play sheet, not looking at the field, and he's habitually done this for 3 consecutive years. He doesn't talk to Ritter when he makes a mistake. He lets him go sit on the bench. One of the vets go talk to him. Why is Calais Campbell talking to my quarterback? He's a DN.
We talk accountability in life, right? And with everybody that talks about accountability, the issue is this, and it's not just football, as I said. You have what's going on in the league with these kids now. They're not used to having somebody jump off in their behind. They're not used to having somebody to give them a little bit of grief. They're not used to having somebody that's giving them, I'm not even going to say grief. I'll say more so the constructive criticism side of the game that needs to be put in. Because here's the thing. Look at prime example, George Pickens this weekend. And this has nothing to do with us. He's played against the team that we're supposed to play. They would have beaten the Colts if he blocks this cornerback and literally stops the run, pretty much puts that corner into the corner of the end zone. That running back walks into the end zone easily. It's a lot harder for these linebackers coming across the field to catch this dude, but that corner was there. George Pickens just loafed. And then he didn't take accountability for it. And he was like, oh, well, I didn't want to get hurt. Then what the hell are you out on the field for if you don't want to get hurt? You play, as Hermet would say, you play to win the game. And my thing is this, man. I really feel like this. When you talk about this guy, Arthur Smith, he's not holding any of his offensive players accountable. That defense is different because Jerry Gray, old school, Jerry Gray played in the NFL as a cornerback, played on defenses, coached some of the best, Coach Pac-Man Jones, Coach Darrell Reeves. He's coached some of the best DBs in the league, and he's held them accountable. Ryan Nielsen comes from a system where, we hate New Orleans, but they hold their defensive players accountable. On the offensive side of the ball, where do we have that veteran that's going to hold these guys accountable? Because Cordell Patterson's not in a position to really do that. And hands down, it's like You don't even give this man the responsibility because he's an older guy. But here's the thing. He's playing harder than these young bucks. Just being honest. I get he's trying to keep a job, but you got to understand. He leads by example, and you need a professional that's going to hold guys accountable. The reason why Ritter is screwing up, he don't have a quarterback coach that's going to hold him accountable. He doesn't have a head coach that's going to get in his face and say, hey, I need you to quit turning this ball over. The next time you put this over, you're going to be sitting over here signaling out plays with your hands by me, and you're going to guard the Gatorade cooler. Because apparently you still are making Pop Warner mistakes. I'm not going to get into what he did last week with Drake London. We know he missed the open Drake London. We know that. My thing was eat the sack and throw the ball away if you didn't trust it. Or if you didn't see Drake, just throw it away. You live to fight another day. But that's what comes with understanding how to be a quarterback. And it's not just NFL, it's being a quarterback, period. Because on each level, when you get to high school, that's a basic fundamental thing that's taught to quarterbacks. You get to college, they're literally grooming your high school habits. You get to the pros, all it is about contact teaching. Offensive line needs to literally get a revamp. You only got one or two guys that's worth two dead flies smashed on there. That needs to be revamped, period. So I'm at a point where I'm not going to sit here and rag on this offense like that because at this point, it's the end of the season. We're not in a good place. None of us are as fans. This organization is not good with winning right now, and it's just not good all the way around. So it's like, hey, at this point, you got a defense ready to win. In this draft, you need to focus on getting more offensive linemen and defensive linemen. The first thing you should draft is a center.
Yeah, we've been talking about the center for anyway. Yeah, we've been talking about that center position. I think we need to go veteran center. I'm gonna put a stand on that.
Whoever getting free agent market.
Here's my thing. If we look at year one with Arthur Smith, right? I think he sold a lot of us fans a dream because we watched him get on Kyle Pitts. We watched him get on Matt Ryan when he made a mistake. We saw him getting these people's faces. Years 2 and 3, he's become very pacified. He doesn't want to be that coach. He doesn't want to get in their face. He doesn't want to hold people accountable. But the thing is, again, like I don't want to put all the blame on Ritter because it's not all of Ritter's fault. It's just not. So again, like if I'm an OC, I need to see what is going on with the field. I don't care where Dave Ragone is sitting. You're setting up terrible plays. You're drawing up terrible formation.
Horrible.
And then when Arthur Smith calling the play, he's calling the plays blind. He's not even looking at the field. So for you to have a second-year quarterback who's technically a rookie based on the games he's played in the NFL as a starter, what are you doing to help him in these situations? Now, Desmond Ritter's ball placement and everything else, that's all on him. That's on him, period. And I think it's the Patrick Mahomes effect because if y'all look at that last play, him and Josh Allen are two of the two contributors to this effect. Because who was throwing no-look passes behind the back passes before those two got in the lead? No one. And if you look at that last play, Desmond Ritter, he's looking at Drake the whole time, and he still threw it to Cordell Patterson. So that was strictly on him. So, I mean, it's we need to get someone in this organization who's going to coach up whoever's going to be the quarterback next season. And I'm hoping and praying that Arthur Blank sees the light. You know, St. Joseph come down to his bedside and talk to him. Tell him Arthur Smith gotta go.
Yeah, man.
But if not, I mean, we have to find an adequate offensive coordinator who knows what they're doing because Arthur Smith was gifted a playbook that does not belong to him. And that hurts the team more than anything else.
I gotta give Daniel Ryan Woodall all the credit in the world because he went to the game. He went to the game in North Carolina. He sat in the rain and being cold to watch that debacle. He told me about it in the DM, and he used some colorful language that we can't use on here. We might drop a word or two on here, but some of the stuff he said, yeah, we can't say it. So we feel your pain on that, man. So it's just what it is. But my thing is this: you have 3 solid offensive linemen already. Storm North,
Bergeron.
and then outside of Matthew Bergeron, you also have excuse me. So I said Storm Norton, Matthew Bergeron, you got Lindstrom, your Pro Bowler. My thing is this: if you're gonna keep Drew Dahlman, use him as a guard. Don't use him as a center. Dahlman is playing out of position. I'm going to continue to say it because if you remember, Hendog was very strong at the guard position when he was there before he got hurt. If you looked at the effectiveness on the side where he ran, he literally was able to make clear holes, and he was able to get out of the hole fast and be able to give running backs a lane. That's why Duke Huntley ate so well until Hennessy went down. So I'm saying you got 4 good linemen already. All you need to do is add a center to this mix. Now, K-Dub is saying add a veteran, but I say go ahead and get, if you can't get a serviceable vet, go ahead and get you somebody out of the draft, out of Iowa, Wisconsin, LSU, Texas, somewhere where you know that they produce great offensive linemen. Not good offensive linemen, great offensive linemen.
Texas got a ton of them, I'm trying to tell you this year.
Exactly.
And a lot of them coming out this year too.
Yep.
I'm not opposed to drafting a center, but I still feel like we need to bring in a veteran center also.
No. James Holloway, no. Gary is no longer seeing the football field. No, brother. You're not doing that. No. But Gary will not see the football field in 2024 in a Falcons uniform. It ain't happening.
Hey,
He barely make the practice squad.
James, I'll tell you this, buddy. If you want McGarry to see the football field, all you need to do is walk
to a turnstile.
Hey, with a pocket. Hey, I'm gonna go old school for you because it's Throwback Thursday anyway. Get you a pocket full of martyr tokens or whatnot and hand them to him and just walk right by because he is as equivalent as a martyr turnstile. Went right over in College Park, by the way. That's as equivalent as he is.
Yeah, he ain't it, man. He ain't it.
Right, you fixing to walk right through the guy and just pretty much easily go get the quarterback. But all I'm saying is you got a guy like a Storm Norton, go ahead and give the man the job. Because the man has already showed out of all the offensive linemen, he's got the nasty streak. Out of all of them, he's got the nastiest streak. And I spoke on this, and I said this a while ago. You've got to have a Harvey Dahl type of lineman. You have to, to set the tone. Harvey Dahl was pretty much the ass kicker on that offensive line for Matt Ryan when he first got here. Folks didn't take cheap shots on him because you knew Harvey Dahl was lurking if you did. Then it rubbed off on Sam Baker. Then it rubbed off on Mud Duck. I'm just saying. When we got rid of Harvey Dahl, Sam Baker became that guy before he retired. So I'm just saying, if you're going to have someone that is going to be on this line, you got a veteran that's played in the system already. You brought him over. He earned a job. So that's respect in itself. You come off the street and you earn a job. Hey, that's a guy that you want leading your offense because guess what? We darn sure don't have it from the quarterback position. So guess what? Let him work his way up. That should be one of your permanent offensive captains right there because the man worked. From day one when we got it, he worked.
I mean, they're building continuity. If you think about Storm Norton, Bergeron, and Lindstrom, man, you got to keep that continuity going. That there could be a cornerstone to your offensive line. Them 3 players right now. We just need to add on to it.
Yeah, we're gonna add on to that. I like what you're doing with that, Great Bill. I like that assessment right there. We just keep on building on to what we got going on here, and we're doing it on a cheaper, perspective than us, and the way we move it. I like the way we move it because you're not doing it when you're killing your cap, and you're going to bring these guys in on these rookie deals and building off of that.
You know what, James? I already take the cap hit. He's not coming back to Atlanta. He gonna be waived this off season. But like everyone was saying, with Storm Norton, if you watch the last two games, our running backs ate behind this man. Like he's creating holes and sealing off defenders where they're getting 4, 5, 6 yards a clip. McGarry, he would get turned around. He's turned around, looking back at the quarterback. Like that's a liability situation. And if we get one more piece to that line, we'll be solid.
Gunner, yeah.
Matthews is still a serviceable guy, but he's getting long in the tooth. So we're gonna have to replace him at some point. But right now, if you see what we have with the continuity that Bergeron is already built as a rookie in the league, because if you look at his numbers, if you look at the game, how often do they say this man's name in a negative way? It's very short, and it's not many times where he's given up a terrible play. So he's been baptized from day one.
Yeah.
And he's held his own. So let's see what happens in year 2.
Exactly. Agreed.
Yeah.
Speaking of that, one of the things that we have going on right now, the Falcons' chances to making the playoffs are very slim. You know what I'm saying? After everything that we've seen and everything that we've had to go on, the chances of us making the playoffs are very slim right now. Still a chance, but they got to win out. And this is just me, they're not gonna win out. If they make me out to be a liar, I'll take it. But they already messed up my prediction to 10 wins for the season. They've already screwed that up. Had a chance in every game where we've lost, we've had chances to win. I could give you 4 games that should have been in the back pocket, and Atlanta should have 10 wins in this division in their back pocket. Tampa was a game that we had. Yep. Carolina last week was a game we had.
Minnesota,
the Vikings, and we also should have beaten the Cardinals. Period. Yep. So it's no way in the world, you know what I'm saying, that Arthur Smith gets to survive this. Arthur Smith got to catch everything that's coming at him tonight. I mean, this for the rest of the season and pretty much in the off season until they get him up out of here. The only thing that I think is saving his grace right now is Arthur Blank right now is not speaking on anything. And getting into the interview, he said we're going to see how the rest of the season plays out. So if anybody got to see the interview that Arthur Blank had, if you notice, he had a poker face on. He was very even killed, and not just even being just even killed. Arthur Blank explained that he's more thinking about the rest of this season because he don't know how it's going to go. Because who's to say the Falcons don't win out and we end up seeing Tampa lose and New Orleans lose? Because here's my thing. As long as we beat them stinking bagheads, I don't care. It is what it is. Whether we go to the playoffs or not, as long as we beat New Orleans, I'm fine. That's all I want. I want playoffs, but at this point, I would rather them save face and not even get stumped the way they would. Because without a quarterback, you're not going to win in the playoffs.
I mean, without consistent coaching, we're going to get dumped. I mean, because our quarterback play, man, offensively, our coaching have been night and day, while our defense have been the only consistent thing that showed up every freaking Sunday.
But let some Falcon fans tell it. I'm gonna go biblical for y'all. If you remember the sick people, the lepers, and the Pharisees, guess what? We got a bunch of Pharisees in this fan base. I went biblical for you tonight.
Okay.
I cussed look. I'm like Peter. I'm that cussing deacon in the church that'll tip the offering tray. I will pray. I will lay hands, and then I will put my foot between your hip pockets in the parking lot. You look at me wrong. That's the type of fan I am. So I'm like Peter, man. But we got Pharisees in this fan base, dog. Literally, we got Pharisees in their fan base.
My question is, do you want to see this team the way they are offensively in the playoffs?
Absolutely.
Honestly, I'll say this. If we get to the playoffs, I would want those young players to get the experience and get that taste of being there. And everybody doesn't realize this. You got hungry players like Drake London, Bijan, and these guys. If they get a small taste of that playoff and feel what the energy is like, you
Yeah.
lose. Here's my thing. Any given Sunday, you could win. But if they were to go in and lose, I believe that would generate a little bit more hunger and a little bit more drive for the next season because they've been so close within Drake and Pitts' first few years, these new draft picks. You look at Jesse Bates, that man played in the Super Bowl. He's been in the playoffs before.
That
So he
close to winning.
understands. Yeah, he was that close to winning one. Calais Campbell got hosed out of getting to a Super Bowl in New England when the Jaguars beat the Patriots in their house. They got hosed by a bad call. So you have guys on this team. Cordell Patterson's won a Super Bowl. So you have guys on this team that have won or have had playoff experience, and they understand the severity of it. These young guys that we have, or the guys that's been raised in this system after Dan Quinn left after 2017, don't even know what it feels like to even play in a playoff game.
Yeah. So that's
Go ahead,
yeah. No, I'm just saying to jump on what the historian was saying. That's right, man. These guys want to taste some victory. So I say, go out there and play your best football. I mean, game in, game out. I mean, and let the cards fall where they fall. You know what I'm saying? I'm not saying we finna win out, but I'm not saying that. Don't try to go out there and play your best football. Go out there and play your best football and let the cards play out and see what the Saints gonna do and see what these Bucks gonna do. So then if we get in, like you said, that'll be great experience for these young guys. And like I said, the city needs this, man. I don't care if you get in there and lose. We done got in there and lost before, but when the last time we got in? Can I just get an invite to the party? You know, hey, look.
Hey, what you say? Wait a minute. We get the invite to the party, and we pretty much, you see the Super Bowl trophy is the finest girl in the party. Everybody trying to get a dance with that chick.
True.
Everybody, you know how them house parties was back in the 90s, man. You know, you get how they say, you get that slow wine, you get that slow music. You trying to wine with that bad thing back in the day. But guess what? You got all the hooks and crooks and the cop blockers in the way. And guess what? Most of the cop blockers ain't even the teams we playing against. Your biggest cop blocker is your head coach and your offensive coordinator. Because your defensive coordinator and your doggone assistant defensive coordinator, hey, they done slid up in the party. They got a pocket full of money. They got the binocular. They, got the high top fade. Got the fresh lineup. I'm going old school today, dog. I watched House Parties before I got up.
Truly ain't going out party.
Yes, sir. I'm going back to y'all younger days when y'all older than me.
Hey, man. Good time,
I wish I could have lived during them days like that, man.
Good time.
Had them good old house parties.
Good damn time.
Yeah, man.
My granddaddy called them belly rubs or whatever. He said that's a belly rub party, boy. He said you don't get a heat rash from standing away from a lady. You got to get one up on her. So we need these Falcons to get a heat rash.
Now, while I agree with Ryan's point to a certain extent, like with the mentality of these young guys, getting to the playoffs might not be a good thing for them because if they don't succeed, they gonna fold. So I mean, and again, like, and the biggest point you brought was the play calling, because when you get to the playoffs, you need your run game, and our run game has been non-existent for the last 3 weeks.
Or when it's working, what happens?
He stopped doing it. You take him out.
Again, they want to make this man they want to make Bijan look like the best thing since sliced bread. The man is talented. We know this. Let's just keep it a buck, man. This offense is tailored for a north and south runner, not a scat back. Now, Bijan can run the counters, and I think he can be very successful in this offense. However, he's going to have to adjust some things about his running style to be able to fit this offense. But when you get a young stallion like that in the backfield, he's going to run how he's been running his whole life. Bijan is like I'll say this. Bijan is like Tony Dorsett was. He shakes like Barry, but the thing that Bijan does, he runs to what he sees. He doesn't necessarily hit the holes perfectly. He runs to what he sees. And if you're gonna run to what you see, you got to hold up your blocks a little bit better. And with McGarry and Dahlman pretty much at their center spot, they can't hold up their blocks. So a lot of the time, Bijan can have better runs, but we're having problems in the trenches.
Yep.
And that's the reason why he's not breaking a lot of stuff off, and that's the reason why he has to improvise more than he should be improvising.
I'm just trying to figure out what Arthur Smith thought process is, because if you look back last year, the way Tyler Algier was utilized, even though we had Huntley and Carter and KP, even though he was injured, he got freaking Tyler Algier in rhythm. He got him in rhythm early. This year, he got Bijan. This man will get about 2 or 3 good runs, and he'll take him out in the first quarter. We won't see him till the third quarter. And you just breaking that man rhythm. And Cam Cam, his story. When a running back is hot, you feed him. It's hard for a running back to get back into rhythm once you don't broke it. And for me, I just don't understand what his thought process was by getting Bijan. Was this pre-planned or what? I don't know.
You want to know the thought process behind this? He was being criticized way too much on sports TV, ESPN, Fox Sports 1. Everybody was talking about him, saying you got Bijan and you're not playing him. So now he wants to show everybody, okay, this is what you want, this is what you're gonna get, and he's doing it to the detriment of the team.
Yeah.
Bijan is not the team. He's a piece of the team, but he's not the team. We all saw it last year. With shared carries between 4 different running backs, Tyler Algier stood head and shoulders above all of them and still was able to get 1,000+ yards. And he didn't start the game
broke William Andrews. And think about it. And he broke William Andrews' 40-year-old record. It's been a lot of running backs to come through Atlanta that didn't do what he did. And this man was sharing carries.
Work done, TJ Duckett,
Hayward. Yeah, man.
I mean, I'm talking about rookies. Think about this. The rookie running backs that we've had come in, the overrated Devontae Freeman. Yes, I said it so you Seminole fans can bite me. We gonna kick y'all behind in the Orange Bowl anyway. Go Dogs. Now, outside of that, I've been having some Seminole fans give me some grief or whatever today, talking about they don't like us because of KJ Bolden. Y'all flipped the 5-star tight end from us earlier from Colquitt County. Y'all thought we forgot about that. But back to the Falcons. All I'm saying is this: you've had Freeman, you had Anton Smith. I mean, you've had so many different guys that have come through this backfield. Jason Snelling, all these guys. Nobody could ever get close to that William Andrews record. And this kid did it with less carries. That's the funny part. And he did it with 4 other guys. If that doesn't tell you that's your back, if that does not tell you who you're starting, who should be pretty much your bell cow, let CP pretty much rest up. Let him get straight. You have times you use him in the game, but when CP was eating, what happened? He took the ball out of his hand and put it right in Bijan Robinson's hand.
Good point. Good point.
I'm telling you, you seen the game when he supposedly Bijan was hurt or he was disciplining him. So and it worked out. He was able to call the game. It was a great, smooth game that he called because Bijan wasn't there to mess up his thought process. I'm telling you, man. I'm telling you, you just got to see it. So the key thing is what he has to do is that's why he has to give up the play call and do that. Put that pressure and that stress on another play caller, man. You're going to have to make changes to your staff or your ass was gone.
His ass is gone. We already
the writing's on the wall.
AK Dub, hold up. How they said it on Sanford and Son, bro? Your ass, how the Esther said, she said your behind is grass, but we gonna say it on her. Your ass is grass and I'm the lawnmower. I'm leading the coach. Hold on, let me get I gotta get in character for y'all.
Here we go.
Ladies and gentlemen, I am the Reverend Jesse Jackson. We will be talking about the Atlanta Falcons today. All I'm saying is this. The Falcon fans have tried to keep hope alive with these bums that we have leading this team. You must infiltrate this infrastructure and bring in a real head coach. All I'm saying is this. Arthur Blank, you must spend the money to get down and bring in somebody as a head coach that understands it. We prefer somebody that's brown, that's with the cause, and he is with the, and he can get an NAACP card. But at the end of the day, you must put blame on where it's supposed to go, ladies and gentlemen. All I'm saying is this. We have problems. We must fix them. Our defense is solid, just like the march on Washington was, just like the march on Memphis was. God rest Dr. King's soul. Hallelujah. All I'm saying is this. You let me get up in that office, we get rid of Rich McKay, who is the issue of this, and then we end up putting in Louis Riddick as our GM, and you promote Terry Fontenot because he cleared the books. You have to get a guy in there that is competent. You must keep hope alive, and at the end of the day, you can have it to where us Falcon fans can say, I am somebody. Hey, man, I had to cut up one time for y'all, ladies and gentlemen. Shout out to the Reverend Jesse Jackson. Listen, I'm a historian for a reason. I literally was looking at some stuff to get me out of the dumps, man. Some of Jesse Jackson's speeches got me up out of the dumps, boy. Think about these Falcons, Lord Jesus. And we know he about crickets.
I thought you were gonna go Eddie Murphy and talk about Hyman. But talking about Hyman time.
What y'all gonna do? Hey, man, what y'all gonna do with me, man? Seriously.
I have no idea. I have no idea.
I ain't even had my medication today. That's probably why I'm cutting up today. Y'all forget.
That was good. I ain't gonna lie, man. That was good.
I appreciate it.
That was good.
Dude, next time y'all gonna get me in here, I'm gonna start acting like Atlanta's own Mr. Ralph David Abernathy. We already had one of his great grandsons playing on the team.
I don't think they're ready for that one.
I don't think they're ready for that Abernathy speech.
That's one of a kind right now.
But let's get back to it though. Outside of the speeches, and I'm being for real at this point. I had to kind of cut up with it a little bit. But truthfully, it starts from the top. And my thing is this, Arthur Blank, we're happy that you don't mind spending money. See, we came from a regime with them tightwad Smiths that didn't want to spend no money. But now we got a regime that want to spend money. Here's my thing. Get you a real wide receiver coach. You got Roddy White that you literally love like a son. You have him around for everything. Give him a job. Or you give the BirdCage alumni, the OG of this thing, Mr. Terrence Mathis, a job. You bring him in there. He definitely will have these guys ready to play, and he'll have them boys ready to pray and tip the offering plate. Maybe we might win something. You bring him in, and you got to bring in a quarterback coach, a competent quarterback coach. Outside of an OC, we need a quarterback coach.
Who do you got in mind? You got anybody in mind?
At this point, I'm going to be honest with you. Bring in Byron Leftwich. Let him be an assistant OC. If you're not going to make him an offensive coordinator, you make him your quarterback coach and you make him an assistant offensive coordinator.
I like
that. Because he learned from Brady when he was an OC in Tampa. He learned from Bruce Arians, who definitely has done some great things. Because think about it. Bruce Arians ended up turning that Cardinals franchise around, and it was dead as Julius Caesar.
Yes,
so when you bring in somebody, you've got to bring in somebody that has a little bit of colorful character, as well as being able to relate to these players.
Maybe we should have hired Todd Monken. Shoot, look what he did to Baltimore.
I'm gonna tell you right now, I don't think Arthur Smith, and I'm gonna say it now. I want people to stop saying he has an ego problem. He does not have an ego problem, because if you have an ego, your ego allows you to let people around you make you look better. That is what an ego is. If you have low self-esteem, you're pretty much going to be suspicious of everybody that's around you. You're not going to give them an opportunity, and you're literally going to micromanage and do everything. And then, you want to take all the credit. It's like, look, there's no need to take all the credit. I'm going to say this here. Without the magnificent BirdCage crew, this thing wouldn't roll the way that it does. So, I'm a host, but guess what? I don't get through this without these gentlemen and those folks that's behind backstage. I'm always gonna praise them, and I'm always gonna make sure that I allow them to work their magic and do their thing, because, man, listen, you have to have a good team around you to be able to win in anything you do. Anything you do. And Arthur Smith doesn't understand that concept. Bring in somebody that he probably get hired away, but he's gonna make you look good, and that's gonna make coaches want to come through. Why do you think we don't get these? Why do you think we get the upstart coaches that don't have any knowledge, but we don't get the proven offensive coordinators and the proven folks to come through this door?
No one knows.
Nah, I just told it to you. Arthur Smith does not want to relinquish that duty of play calling because he thinks everything he does is perfect. But it's like, hey, you pretty much you're not on the hot seat right now. You pretty much have already been seasoned. You've been skinned, cut open. You've been filleted. You've been seasoned, and you've been put in flour. And now you're getting ready to be put in this grease, just like a fresh piece of fish. Because at this point, you got the fan base that's one piece of light bread, and then you have the media that's the other piece of light bread that's gonna sit right on top of you, and pretty much you're gonna be eaten alive, bro. So unless you fix it, it ain't gonna never get better. But let's get to the game for this week. The Falcons surprisingly are 2.5-point favorites over the Colts.
How?
Take a look. It's on USA Today. They have them as two. That line might move, but they're 2.5-point favorites over the Colts at home.
The Colts are like on a 3-game winning streak. How?
But here's the thing: the Colts have started to play good around the end of the season, but the Colts haven't always been good on the road this year. That's probably why.
I mean, they may, like I said, they know we're fighting for our dear lives and this dear coach. They may feel like we're gonna pull out a win today. I mean, this weekend. So.
Man,
I don't see it. I don't see it. I don't.
I don't see it either.
I'm not getting my hopes up. You just saying what the line is.
That
Listen,
line is that.
Listen, wait a minute. You got your hope. Listen, you got your hopes up when you went to that Tampa Bay game, and you literally left disgusted, like all of us was disgusted. But I feel more for you because you spent money. You and everybody else that spent money to go watch that debacle.
And watch Kyler Murray come back after freaking a year and a half. Just one.
Don't remind me, man. All right, don't remind me.
My bad. And correction,
with all those
they won
fans on the way out.
And correction, they won 2 out of 3 games.
Now here's the thing. Everybody talk about running the football. We got to run the football. Here's my thing. We've got to run the football or whatnot. What's going on, Mike? We can't see you, so we'll have to provide you with that link again so we can see your comments. But you've got to run the football. And here's the thing. If Tyler Algier is eating or Cordell Patterson is eating, don't take the ball out of their hands. Let them boys cook. You ain't got no choice. You got to let them cook. Because if you don't let them cook, you're literally in danger of throwing away the slimmest of the chance that you have to even get in the playoffs. Because here's the thing, the division is still up for grabs. We're in third place, but we got to win out. And Tampa's got to play New Orleans again.
Well, here's my question.
What's up?
Here's my question. Sorry to cut you off. Do you think Arthur Smith is going to trust Heineke more in this game and by letting him go vertical, or he going to play conservative just as much as Ritter?
I'm going to tell you like this.
Why coach is shaking his head?
I had to ask the question.
Cam
I'm
already knows his position because me and Cam have had this conversation before. I would trust Arthur Smith letting Heineke throw deep as I would as if Julius Caesar was gonna come back from the dead and start dancing like James Brown.
Damn.
I'm just gonna keep it like I'm just gonna keep it for real with you on that. That's how much of trust. That's how much trust I have in Arthur Smith to let Taylor Heineke throw the ball downfield. And Taylor Heineke didn't help his case out in Tennessee at all.
Nah, he didn't.
Hey,
So
look,
at
if your
this
job
point,
on the line, why don't you let you
it's
gotta let
all
it
about
fly?
getting. At this point, it's all about getting a quarterback. Period. It's about getting a quarterback in the offseason because right now the season is dead. Now,
Yeah.
again, I'm like this. I don't think a new quarterback is going to change anything because you still got Arthur Smith as the head coach. Until he changes anything, that offensive coordinator and brings a quarterback coach in, we're still going to have the same jacked up results.
True.
You can bring in a perfect offensive line. You can bring in a Joe Thomas. You can bring back Alex Mack. You can bring all these guys in. It doesn't matter who the offensive line is. It don't matter who. You can have Jerry Rice and Julio on the outside. You have Dave Ragland and Arthur Smith designing and calling plays, and you can't have a head coach or OC with his face stuck in his play sheet, not even looking at the field. It's not. It's a disaster for it's a recipe for disaster, and that's what we've gotten all season. One game, the offense looks amazing. The next two or three, it looks mediocre. The next two, it looks absolutely dreadful. So I mean, as much as I love these Falcons, as much as I love the team, Tyler Heineke is a journeyman quarterback. He's 30 something years old,
I think he's 33.
33. The man cannot. He doesn't have a rocket for an arm. So what are we truly going to do when we have to push the ball downfield? Because we it's been shown that Kyle Pitts can beat a man one on one. We can't get the ball to him. When Drake beats his man one on one, can't get the ball to him. When Matt Collins was beating his man consistently, couldn't get the ball to him. So I mean, at this point, quarterback play has been shoddy all season. It's been shoddy all season. So
That's
I
an
don't trust
understatement.
I don't trust Tyler Heineke. I no longer trust Desmond Ritter. And I mean, at this point, we might as well go ahead and put in Logan Woodside to see what we got because
Yeah,
I
why
mean,
we ain't gave him a chance?
both of them have shown that they can't win at this level.
Apparently,
Both of
he's
them.
not
Let's
on
see
the.
what Logan Woodside can do.
Apparently, he's still on the practice squad. They're not moved. They didn't elevate him up and move him up from the practice squad. So, hey,
I thought he was the third string quarterback last week.
yeah, he is, but that's in an emergency situation. If neither one
Well,
of
it's
them
an
two are in,
emergency. It's a damn emergency. Break the glass. Break that mother. Get your old man out of here. Let's go. That would have
And he's
gave me
getting
more
it
excitement.
after at least
That would have gave me more excitement to say, okay, we're moving on and we're sitting down Desmond Ritter, but we're going with Woodside and going back to Heineke.
And that Baker gonna tell everybody else we don't gave up on this season.
pretty much. That's what it says to me as a fan. That's how I look at it.
Hey, Baker, we don't gave up. Hey, we put in Logan Woodside.
You waving the white flag.
Yeah, it's like no more. We
But I
tanking.
feel like,
That's pretty
okay,
much what we doing.
why y'all feel like we tanking it? He played better to me in the preseason than
Yes.
But one game.
he
One
played
game.
more than one game.
He played two preseason games, bro. Two.
bro.
Okay,
He
but he played good in those two games, right? Or no?
against everybody else that was fighting for their life to make a roster spot.
Okay, you gonna poo-poo the guy? Okay, I'm gonna leave it alone. Go ahead.
I'm just being honest. Am I
And
lying?
I'm being honest that he
Cam,
did good against
Cam,
whoever he played against,
am I
right?
lying? Am I
At
lying?
this point, well, do we have a damn choice? We
At
got
this
guys,
point,
we got guys just strolling into sacks, strolling into turnovers, and we don't want to give this guy a chance.
all I'm gonna say is this: I got to quote the great Martin Luther King Jr. You know, I
Uh-oh.
got to quote
Uh-oh.
longevity has its place. We've been to the mountaintop and we've fallen on our face until we sit right and get this leadership right. We're gonna walk through a house that's on fire, as he said. Arthur Smith has led us into the house of fire, the house that's on fire, as Dr. King said when he talked about leading the civil rights movement. No, Arthur Smith is not leading the civil rights movement, but he is leading the movement of the Falcons to tear them down, literally, as Chip Kelly tore down the Eagles. I'm sorry. It's
Ooh,
literally reminiscent of that.
Mm.
I got to keep it
that was
real.
a good. That was a good one.
I got to keep it real with you, dog. You got this. It's like this, man. At this point, what do we have to lose with using Logan Woodside? At this point, what do we have to lose?
That's what I'm saying. What do we have? We don't have anything to lose at this point.
Yeah.
What do we have in them? What
listen,
can we get out of them?
Listen,
That we
He
haven't
might
gotten
get
out of Tyler Heineke and Ritter already.
he could be giving you that spark that you truly need. He said, I've been sitting back. He feels like I could be saying, I sit back and watch this BS too much, too long. I've been waiting for y'all to call my name. And he be like, come on down.
So here's the question I got for you, man. So what if he does come in and he lights everything on fire right now? What if he does decide? What if he does win out the rest of the games, and they get and somehow in this raggedy division that we're in, it's raggedy. Raggedy is a 68 Pinto. All I'm saying is this: do you think we ride it out? Let him go ahead and do what he needs to do and put us in a position to possibly even steal a game and throw and kind of mess up the playoffs, because I don't think we winning. No, we ain't winning the Super Bowl. I'm sorry, we ain't catching lightning in the barrel.
No, we ain't going to Vegas unless we going there as a fan.
At least listen, at least Eli Manning was competent enough to get the ball downfield. I got to give him that. I'll say this, Eli was the Stetson Bennett of the New York Giants. He showed up in big games. That was Eli. And unfortunately, we had the bad luck of running into that team that won the first Super Bowl versus the Patriots. We lost to them in the playoffs.
Yes, we did.
Matt Ryan was a rookie that year, if you remember.
Yep.
So at this point, what do we have to lose? We playing with house money anyway.
I agree.
Yeah, man. I mean, if you're coaching for your damn life, not your life, but your coaching career here. I mean, pull out all the stops. You can start with Logan Woodside, bring Desmond Ritter on certain plays. Look, you're not throwing the football, sir. You're running the football. So when you get the ball, you have design run. We're going to use that 4-4 speed, but you take your ass right back to the bench. And with Logan Woodside, get back in there. So I mean, you can do all kind of stuff. You just pull out all the stops, the tricks, the hats, run the football. Because right now, you are screwed up, sir, because you got the owner of the franchise looking at you sideways with the poo-poo face, because whatever deal I made with your dad, I think I'm gonna have to break that deal. I mean, my city, my fan base is turning their backs. Everybody's selling their tickets online, trying, hey man, you want to go to this Colts game? You want to go to this Colts game? I got 4 tickets for sale. I got 4 tickets. Yeah, Lee, man, it's bad. So you in a predicament right now. Well, it's not good. It's not looking good, Mr. Arthur Smith. So you got to get
He's
together.
not smart enough.
We might as well
Who's not smart enough?
Hey, we might as well go ahead and call. Yo, we might as well call Killian Stokely Carmichael, man, because he definitely showing his ass tonight.
I mean,
I got to call. Listen, I got to call it like I see it, bro. Killian literally done took a militant stand tonight. And here's the thing: K-Dub don't never take no militant stand like that. He never does that. So you know we in a bad spot if he taking a militant stand tonight. Now I clown and joke, but at the same time, I also want to educate people too on some of the legends that we spoke on tonight. But darn it, bro, you literally standing 10 toes down like Stokely Carmichael screaming, freedom got a shotgun, and that shotgun is Logan Woodside, and we ain't using it.
Well, I'm gonna say this: if we get this dub, which I pray to God that we get this dub, it look good. But if we go down to Soldier Field and lose to a very horrible, terrible
Michael
Chicago Bears
Ledusky would
team.
love that. My guy Island Michael would love that because guess what? He ain't gonna shut up about Justin Fields.
About that Chicago team.
Yeah. Hey, Mike, I'm just messing with you, dog. We gotta shout you out, man. You come on here every week. You definitely
Telling
show
you
us
right
love,
now.
man, and we definitely appreciate that, man. Seriously.
Telling you right now, Arthur Smith pretty much gonna Zoom call freaking Arthur Smith and be like, look, bro.
Arthur Blank, it's Arthur Blank right here. Let me get well, Arthur Smith, this is what we're gonna do. You didn't come through and win this game for us, so we're gonna go ahead and give you just to show how generous I am as an owner. You know, I got everybody to come out to the Super Bowl. What I'm gonna do is go ahead and give you a Greyhound bus ticket, and you're gonna ride all the way back to Atlanta. You can't fly back on this plane with us.
God.
It's been nice working with you, but at the end of the day, pretty much we're gonna have your pink slip, and I need your resignation so I can go ahead and start bringing this new coach in, and we can go ahead and bring in another coach that might be able to help us win something, and we might bring in Justin Fields if he wants to come home, even though it's gonna cost us a little bit of money. Thank you for costing me about $50 million, about $300 million.
No, it's not even
I honestly
that.
believe that that's gonna happen. Dang,
we gotta worry about freaking we gotta worry about Kyle Pitt. He coming up on his fifth year.
Yep.
We gotta see if we're gonna pick up his option or not.
Here's my thing.
They're gonna pick it up.
You might as well pick it up because you ain't gonna get Brock Bowers.
Oh God, no, it ain't happening.
Brock Bowers will be gone before we even got there. If I'm gonna tell you this here,
By
if
number
we were
5.
able to get Brock Bowers, I will come down there and I will drive Kyle Pitts back here to Philadelphia in my car.
You'll have
I
to
will
trade
drive
him.
him back in my car personally.
You'll have to
bring
trade
his
him.
ass back to Philly.
You'll have to trade him to get some compensation, man.
You know where he gonna go? He gonna go right to Philly. He gonna go home. Think about it. DeAndre Swift decided to go home, and here in Philly, Goddard is good, but he's getting old.
You get a Kyle Pitt there, that's gonna be a problem.
But
Yes,
I'm just saying,
major.
just think about this, dog. Goddard is old. They getting ready to get rid of him soon.
Oh yeah.
You got Pitts coming up on that 5th-year option, right?
Right.
You don't think Howie Roseman wouldn't bring a hometown guy back like he did for Swift? And he'll give up something good for him because they got potential with that.
I give him credit. That man will whatever that team needs, he gonna pull the trigger. Whatever that team needs, he gonna pull the trigger. God dang, he ain't worth too big a target. God.
Boy, you better not let Scoop see that. Boy, you know Scoop gonna come in here.
Kyle Pitt ain't worth too.
Talk about this boy Kyle Pitts. You know he gonna get you for that.
Hey man, leave that man alone.
But
hey, all I'm saying is this,
Great
man.
Beard.
Look,
yeah,
you said something that stuck out to me just now. If you look at 3 of our losses, we've lost to the 30 ranked team, the 31st ranked team, and the 30th ranked team, and the Vikings, the Cardinals, and the Panthers. If we lose this Sunday and next Sunday, we would have lost to 29 and 28, the 5 worst teams in the NFL.
No, that's a fireable offense, man. No, that's fireable.
Yeah, that's what I'm trying to get. I'm like, what? Hey, look, I'm gonna go back. I'm gonna quote the coach. What variables are you looking at, Arthur Blank?
Because we don't lost to the 5 worst teams in the National Football League. Nah, bro.
We've already lost to 32, 31, and 30 in Minnesota with a quarterback who came in on 3 days, didn't even know the playbook. We lost to a quarterback who hadn't played a game until he played us in over a calendar year. Then we lost to a 1-13 team and the Panthers.
That didn't score a touchdown.
And they didn't score a touchdown.
They kicked 3 field goals.
The Falcons remind me.
How do you keep this man? How do you justify keeping Arthur Smith? How do you justify it?
You don't.
Cam, if anybody remembers the old Bad News Bears movie, they found ways to lose ball games and then they figured it out at the end. I really feel like we're the Bad News Bears minus winning ball games. We'll never figure it out.
We
literally get somebody in here that understands football.
We're the real life Bad News Bears in the NFL, man.
We a snake bit. I don't care what my granddaddy said it a long time ago. He said the Falcons find ways to lose games. Period.
He ain't been wrong yet.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, this show has come to an end tonight. We do appreciate you for coming through. Check us out on Sunday. We look forward to having the party line. But again, with these Falcons, we probably might end up having the benediction.
Man,
So
I got two bottles ready.
I'm telling you right now,
Two
I'm at
bottles
the point.
ready.
I'm at the point where it's like this, man. Just go ahead and give me a hot toddy. Let me sit there. Hopefully, I don't pass out watching the game in disgust. And then I got to get back on here. And hopefully, we ain't gonna deal with people being sad. But without further ado, I want to thank the magnificent BirdCage crew for coming on. They play so beautifully, don't they agree? The magnificent BirdCage crew. Had my Randy Watson moment. Central chocolate. Yeah, hey, that's gonna be one of them things right there, man. We got to find something to be happy about, man, and laugh at. Falcons.
Man.
At this point, they coming.
Hey man, I'm just ready for Georgia to play next weekend, man. I'm concerned about.
Yeah,
Hey,
man.
he said, hey, so we got RJ Falcon. He said, hey, make sure Rich McKay's on. I'm gonna tell you right now, Rich McKay's not even jumping on that bus because he probably already knows that he gonna get left behind himself.
He better stick to Atlanta United.
I'm trying to tell you this. I think that's probably why Arthur Blank still got him around.
Yeah.
Hey, let him stay. Hey, look, from now on, you concentrate on nothing but Atlanta United.
Yeah,
that's your only job.
Be all right with you running the soccer operations. You got that thing jumping. I can't even hate. And you brought a championship to the city. But we need somebody to bring a Super Bowl to the city. The sad part about it is at this point, the only thing we got holding hope for us Atlanta sports fans, you got people that's Falcon fans, but they're not Atlanta sports fans like all of us. Like the only thing we got clinging on to right now is the Hawks, and I'm gonna tell you right now, they so inconsistent. It's sad. But if you want Hawks talk, y'all check out our extended family, our country.
Yeah.
We Talk Hawks TV, man. Check those boys out.
We Talk Hawks TV
because they definitely show us love out here.
Yeah, man. Go check out the motor, man.
Hey, man.
Hawk control. Hey, man.
I think you might want to stop sipping on that Similac you got over there.
Hey, man.
He ain't lying.
I think they got a chance to turn it around, though, man.
They don't suck. They at least can win games. I give them that.
Man. I just feel like they're gonna make a move at the trade deadline and turn it around and look like a decent team when we get Jalen Johnson back from injury. So if you really watch the team, don't trash the team. You know what I'm saying? Get behind the team.
It feels like we still got Dave McMillan running the team right now. That's how I feel.
And here's the thing. Y'all go ahead and also check out our guy Turbo, Sean Glover, better known as Turbo. We got Wayne Auto Garage. He has his videos on YouTube. Y'all check. I had to try to give him
Chinese.
You so damn stupid.
Hey, but y'all gotta check out his page because he's definitely getting his views up right now. If you do fix on your car yourself, he's got tons of videos that can actually put you in a position to where you can save money in your pocket. So check out our guy Sean, man. Definitely got some good material. With that, without further ado, I want to thank y'all for coming and checking us out tonight. We got the magnificent BirdCage crew that came in here and did their thing. I'm sorry, One Gun. You have it spelled differently, but it's called One Gun.
Oh my goodness.
One Gun Auto Garage.
Oh, one gun.
One gun.
One gun.
Pop. Hey man, love our boy Sean, man. Y'all really check him out or whatnot. He definitely has some great material on his YouTube channel. Definitely check him out. So without further ado, I'm the historian Ryan Walker. This is the magnificent BirdCage. K-Dub got Gray Beard and Coach Cam at the bottom. Let's get it. And shout out to everyone else who were unable to make it with us. Scoop, got Big Melton and Coach Brant. We got love for you, man. So we definitely see you guys a little bit later. We love y'all. Y'all be safe out there and enjoy the holidays. We'll see y'all Sunday.
Happy
We out.
holidays.
Yeah.